Hello, hello, hello. So, I'm hoping that you hear this and see this. I don't know what's going on at the moment. I just cannot seem to be able to go live anywhere. It's not just in this group. It's anywhere. So, tech gremlins, eh? Right. Where are we? Let's position ourselves first of all, as usual. Where are you watching this from? And remember to ground yourself, and that's even more important this week than ever, because it is a tremendously intense planetary week, and there's a lot going on. We're also going into the dark of the moon because it's a new moon on Saturday. And that new moon on Saturday is also a partial eclipse. And what's so very, very interesting about that first eclipse of this year, and remember that when there's one eclipse, a second one comes quite quickly. So in 2 weeks' time, we have another eclipse, and it's a total eclipse. And what's really, really interesting is that they're across this Taurus-Scorpio axis. You know, I've been talking for ages about Uranus in Taurus and how transformative it is. We're also coming into the season of Beltane as well. The next of our 8 seasons is Beltane, and that's the season of transforming spring into summer. So remember that word, transformation. And as we go through these next days and, well, weeks, so we're going to see how we also can use that transformative energy for ourselves. So let's think a little bit about nature. And here I am sitting in nature. The stream is behind me. You can probably see it's over my shoulder. Birds are singing. It's a little bit cold, but it's sunny. And it's just lush and abundant. And that's this season of Beltane that we're now coming into. That's this season of transformation. That's this season of moving spring into summer and getting a real rush of growth. Oh, I can't get this camera right. Also, at the end of this week, we have our first retrograde as well. After so many months of full-on direct energy, Pluto goes retrograde. So we're starting to see how the universe, our universe, is offering us different energies and different ways of using those energies. So what did I have on my list to talk to you about today? The new moon, Uranus. We've been looking at elements in April, and for this last week we're going to be looking at the water element. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the water element, the deep waters of emotion, of imagination, of inspiration, of springs. And don't forget, we all have all of the elements in our birth charts, just in different ways. So you will have the water element showing up in your birth chart, in your life. And I'd love to know when you feel most imaginative. When do you feel most imaginative? When does that inspiration really speak to you? Pop it in the comments. I'm losing all my notes. Now, what else did I want to talk about? when something doesn't go right, it does tend to have that domino effect, doesn't it? And I'm wondering if, as we start to head into a slower energy, we start to head into those planets going retrograde. Like I said, it starts with Pluto. Where's Pluto in your birth chart, by the way? Might be interesting for you to have a look at that. Where's Uranus in your birth chart? Have a look at that. Look at the transformative planets. Look at the areas of your life, your chart, that offer you those potentials. But don't forget, all the time we have choice. And so maybe, and I'm really thinking about this domino effect of when things go wrong, because I always think there's purpose in most things, especially as significant as me talking to you on our Tuesday lives, because I've done this now through several Facebook groups for several years, I think. On a Tuesday tea at 3 mostly. How and what do you do when something appears to go wrong? Now, maybe I'm meant to do this as a video and upload it. Maybe it's going to appear differently in your feed by that way. I've no idea. No idea at all. But what I do know is when something goes wrong, or when we are suddenly caught by something, it's how we choose to react to it that continues to move us forwards. And I think that's quite key as we begin now to go into quite a powerful planetary phase this decade. We're now in the middle of the decade, or coming into it. How we choose to react to what's going on around us will be key to how we all move forwards, our evolution. It is an intense week. It's an exciting week too, because we're going into the dark of the moon, that time to prepare for the new moon. So we'll have our talk inside the inner circle, the Shine Your Magic Club. We get together, have our talk, have our meeting, have our preparation for the new moon always. But for you, I'd also like you to think about how you prepare for change, how you prepare, or what you think you need to have with you or by you, or how do you react to change, or how do you react to something saying, don't do it that way, do it this way. Because as we move through these coming months towards the end of this year, I'm looking forward really to about November time, when we start to see certain planets moving into certain positions. It's going to be how we've reacted and how we've chosen to continue to move ourselves forward, where the big breakthroughs will be. So where are you being asked to slightly change? And don't forget, active choice can be to choose to not to do something. You know, it's a conscious action of doing or not doing is still a conscious action. It's still that Mars energy that wants us to be conscious of our actions. And so it's whether we act or not by choice. That's the conscious part of Mars. So, quite a lot to say, I know. I would love your thoughts. I'd love you to know what you think of what I've said. I'm really hoping to get this live situation sorted out so that we're back to normal again. However, ask your questions, please do, down below this video. Tag me, hashtag replay, hashtag where you're watching from, all of the usual suspects, but also let me know what you think of the concept of conscious action or conscious not action. As always, with so much love from me to you, from Alison. And thank you for watching.